Hello and welcome. In this video, I'd like to talk about boredom, what it is, why we experience it, and what we can do in those moments when we feel it. Now, at the time of recording this video, the world is currently going through a phase of social distancing and self-isolation in response to the new coronavirus, COVID-19, which means that a lot more people are spending more time at home due to quarantine measures and businesses closing down. So a lot more people having more time on their hands may be unusual for them, and they may be experiencing boredom. Now, what I'm going to share in this video is not just about what's going on now and how to face boredom during this phase, but it's about understanding boredom anytime. The principle is the same. All right, so what is boredom? Firstly, it's important that we're not judging boredom as something that's good or bad. That's not helpful. All we want to do is understand it, understand why it happens inside us so we can improve or increase our own self-knowledge, so we can grow. All right, now as I describe boredom, I want you to relate it to an experience. So I want you to recall a time when you felt bored. Maybe it was in the past, or maybe it's now. Maybe it's in this current situation. Connect what I'm saying to your experiences. So when we experience that moment of boredom, there's essentially this lack of engagement in the moment. And you can feel that. It's like your body, your mind, there's this feeling of wanting to do something. You don't know what you want to do, but you want to do something. You feel you should be doing it. And maybe you have a habit of always being active and doing things. But now, when you have extra time and you don't know what to do, there's that feeling that you should be doing something. And out of that comes a sense of boredom. But there's a lack of engagement into life. And so I want you to feel that. This lack of engagement. But what this also indicates is that we're not being present in the moment. Our mind wants to be doing something else than what we're doing. Maybe you're just sitting on a sofa and you're feeling that sense of agitation or that wanting to do something. There's a lack of being present just there, being present in the moment. And if you have more time on your hands, then maybe this is something very new for you, not knowing what to do, but also not knowing how to be present in the moment. So the connection between engaging life and being present in the moment is very intimately connected. And so if we want to understand what we do when we're bored or how to shift that state, we need to understand how to be mindful, how to be present in the moment. So when I say engagement into life, you might be thinking in terms of doing things, physically, being active. But that's not the case. You can be doing things physically and being active, but your mind is all over the place. That's not engaging life. That's just doing things mindlessly. Now, engaging life is being present in the moment. Now, regardless of what you're doing, whether you are being active physically or you're doing something and you're very still, maybe you're meditating, or maybe you're just sitting on a sofa, staring out the window, watching the rain fall, or maybe you're observing your children play. When you're present in that moment, when your mind is absorbed in that moment, whatever it is that you're doing, there is an engagement into life. And we can feel it. We feel more alive because we feel more present. So being present is an engagement into life. Whereas boredom is a symptom of not being present in the moment. So what can you do in those moments when you feel bored? Well, the first thing is to acknowledge that you actually feel bored. Often when we feel bored, we want to try and do something. We're looking to fill the time by doing something. But when you feel that moment, that sense of maybe a slight irritation inside or agitation, something unsettled, there's a feeling inside you. Acknowledge it and let yourself feel it. This is bringing you back into your body, back into life. There's an experience happening inside you. Life is happening inside you. And by resting your mind, your awareness on those feelings, those sensations, you're engaging yourself into life, into your life. So although boredom may come as something we're trying to run away from, we can actually use it to bring ourselves back into the moment. Use those sensations, the feeling of it, not the thoughts that are running through your head. What am I going to do? What can I do to fill my time? All the thoughts are secondary. Bring your awareness into your body, into those sensations. Now you can also use your senses. This is the essence of mindfulness. And I explained this in more depth in a previous video, Understanding Mindfulness and how to do it. But for the context of boredom, essentially you can use your senses to bring yourself into the moment. So you can use the sense of smell, taste if you're eating, sight, touch, and sound. Engaging your senses to bring you into the moment. Feeling your breath, the sensation of your breath, letting you come into the moment. And you can feel it. The more you start to be present with how you feel, the more you feel yourself engage into life. Something in you turns on. It becomes present. And that noise in your head starts to quieten. This is why being present is so important. And this is how it can help you when you're feeling bored. So if you are feeling bored, I want you to keep in mind, your time is precious. You can never get that back. So if you do find that you're feeling bored because you have more time, then this is great. This is an opportunity. Because remember, it's not about avoiding boredom. It's about engaging life. So in those moments when you feel bored, these are opportunities to engage life, to be more present. Now, I also highly recommend meditation and mindfulness. These are both powerful practices that teach you how to be present in the moment. And of course, you can use mindfulness in a moment when you feel bored, but that's one thing. But when you start to use meditation and mindfulness as a consistent practice, which I highly recommend, it changes how you experience life because you become more mindful in the moment, just naturally. So boredom is not necessarily a thing anymore. Remember, boredom is a symptom of not being present in the moment. Now, if you'd like to learn more about meditation or mindfulness or just understanding your mind from different perspectives, then check out some of the other videos on my YouTube channel. Now, if you want to get started into meditation, practically, then head over to my website, peacekeeperproject.com. I have a variety of resources on there, both free and paid, that will help you get started on your journey. Now, I hope this video has been useful for you. I hope you've used it to understand yourself a little more deeply. Now, if you've enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it so that other people can also understand themselves more deeply. And be sure to hit subscribe and that little notification bell so that you can be notified when I release new videos. All right, that's it. Until the next time, use your time, your precious time wisely, and engage life.